2 videos in one. Might as well give you a bonus since I've been doing videos like weekly now instead of daily or even every other day. But like I mentioned, I'm trying to get that program going, the remote control PC program, and I've just about pretty much got my side of the program wrapped up. My guy that's doing the website to make it work so you can log in, create computer accounts and that sort of thing is almost done too, so I'll be testing that out here shortly. But a lot of my time's focused on that. So there's two things that I'm going to mention here. Russia said we're going to increase our gold holdings by 40%, like as soon as possible. You're almost 50% would be doubling. Or getting half as much as what they got. They've got I don't know how many tons, but whatever. Oh, excuse me. Add half of that basically to what they've got, almost. So 40%, whatever. That's a huge amount of gold to just say we're going to add that much real quick. We still have this weird issue with the United States importing unbelievable amounts of silver very recently and continuing. My thoughts on that: number one, as far as them importing gold or whatever, this is obvious. This is why all these years I thought to myself, start getting your precious metals. And then watching Russia, China, India, a bunch of other countries massively increasing their holdings, and then now all of a sudden Russia wants to jump a massive 40% on their holdings? Why would any country do such a thing when this paper digital money is working so well? We've had this alleged recovery, everything's good. That's because it's not good. And they know what's coming next to fix the financial system after it implodes must be backed by precious metals. No one's gonna say, let's do that again. You wiped my 401k off the face of the earth. You've destroyed my retirement. All because of this fiat paper money, debt-based system. Let's do that again and not back it by anything. That sounds great. No one would say that that's not gonna happen. You're gonna be demanding. And before you even demand it, they're already going to tell you, listen, we learned our lesson and this is what we're going to do now. So that you can't say, well, you need to back it by precious metals. Oh, you already are. Okay. Even though you're still going to be pissed off about your retirement situation. So that's one thing. It proves why we've been stacking this whole time. So the other side of this is, hey, there was still that chance. Still is that chance. They're going to slam precious metals one more time right before the crash or during the crash. And again, if it's September, which I've gotten and I'm sure some other people have, a little newsletter update, whatever, from Lindsay Williams. I just spoke with my elitist friend, and basically it's September time frame, it's on, according to him. And then he had a bunch of other stuff mentioned in the newsletter, whatever the heck it was, which wasn't from his elite friend. It was from his financial advisor friend and this one. And when I see that, thanks, but I don't care. I only care about what your elite friend said. That's all I care about. Because I know I've got plenty of those sources too that say the same stuff. And the next sentence out of his mouth on that newsletter was, you better get your precious metals. You better get that in order. Shocker. We know, thanks to him too, we've been needing to eat precious metals, which is why I wouldn't want to try to run out and accumulate all of it right now. That cost us a lot of money. But knowing this for many, 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 many years allowed me and a lot of you to go out and buy whatever, 50, 100 ounces at a time, whatever you could afford over the years, and start accumulating it. So the other thing I want to talk about is all of a sudden there's this big news story. I want to say it was Bloomberg that came out with it. Jamie Dimon, head of, CEO, JP Morgan Chase, favorite bank of the world, of course, and my favorite scumbag of the world too, Jamie Dimon, is now joining the billionaire club himself. What? I saw that. So what the guy made like $20 million last year, and the year before was around the same. Just that's the rough estimate of his salary. How in the hell did you become a billionaire? Well, they rigged the bank, they rigged the stock markets, they rigged the commodities markets, they rig everything. You are the ultimate insider trading guy. Highly illegal, but everything they do is highly illegal. They pay a little piddly fine, don't admit guilt, and move on. I made $4 billion raping and pillaging. Security and Exchange Commission didn't like it and fined me $500 million. $4 billion minus $500 million, spanking fee, $3.5 billion profit, we're good. Rinse and repeat. So during that, all these years, any stock market move, any particular stock that moved up, down, left, right, commodities, gold, silver, up, down, he knew, of course, because they're the ones doing it. So if you have multi-million dollar, fairly hefty multi-million dollar salary coming in every year, knowing he could live lavishly off of blowing $2 million a year on his own personal whatever, let's say, that leaves him somewhere between $15 and $18 million a year to play with. And half of his wealth, allegedly right now, is completely invested in JP Morgan stock. Keyword. They even mentioned that a huge portion of his investment, how he became a billionaire, was his JP Morgan stock. Why would they say that right now? Why would he, and of course Bloomberg, another billionaire, it's part of the club, Bloomberg is, why would JP Morgan want the whole world to know, Jamie Dimon, know, hey, I'm a billionaire now? Because if most of, or half of his fortune is in those shares, he still has those shares. He hasn't unloaded them yet. But as I'm doing this video, trust me, he's feverishly unloading them. Sell, sell, sell. JP Morgan supposedly right now is at an all-time high, 66 or something dollars a share. And he had so many millions of these shares, whatever, and worth, half a billion dollars, $500 million. And I said, well, just earlier this year, they were worth $125 million less. That's because JP Morgan's stock has been climbing. Once again, peak stocks, peak stocks, peak stocks. What happens at peak stock finales? It's the finale. That's what I call it. We have a big crash coming. So if you're massively invested in a certain share of a company, certain shares, and you need to unload a ton of them without moving the market down, or that company's share down, what do? You have a story come out that says, hey, I just became a billionaire, and the way that I did it was thanks to this particular stock, JP Morgan. And it's at a high right now. It's doing great. Financial outlets are going to pump this story. The bozos out there are going to say, oh man, I need to invest in JP Morgan stock. Man, that guy just became a billionaire. Man, I looked at the chart. It went up pretty significantly this year. I'm going to go ahead and invest in there. I'm going to go buy some shares right now. And while you're buying, he's unloading. So he can get out at the top, and your sorry butt will get in at the top, which is the worst time to get in. And Lindsay Williams, September, October time frame, just a couple, 2, 3 more months away. We'll be looking at you then. Hey, my JP Morgan shares just got crushed. Devastated. Guess who didn't? Jamie Dimon. Guess who walked away a billionaire thanks to you buying his shares that he's selling? Jamie Dimon. Now you know why I've done so many parodies regarding Jamie Dimon and JP Morgan Chase. So that's it for me right now. We're getting closer and closer to September, and I can't wait to see how it all goes down and what happens. It's going to happen. Whatever it is happening anyways. Nothing I can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. But you sure as hell should be preparing just in case it goes down as we think it might go down. I just also read, was it HSBC alone and other banks, but this particular story was mostly regarding HSBC, was letting go 50,000 employees? So these banks can rape and pillage all the way to the top, and all the people that work for these banks can say, I'm a big shot and I work for one of the big banks. I'm successful. I get a good salary. Oh, here's your pink slip. 50K, 50,000 of you. See ya. I'm sorry, what was that? You're letting me go. But I've been here for 10 years. Oh, me too. I've been here for... I'm an executive. I'm a manager. Yeah, now you're fired. Go find another job. I bet one of the other banks will hire you. You got a good resume. Oh, what's that? They're letting a whole bunch of thousands go too. Oh, and so is that one, and so is that. Huh, I wonder why they're all doing this now, before the crash. If they're doing it now, they're preparing in advance. Just like I and you should be preparing in advance. Buying your silver, buying a little food storage, which I've done, all that. They're preparing in advance. They know it's going to come because they're going to do it. So why would they take on this huge expense of, in this one case, 50,000 employees, when they know when this thing goes down, banking and everything finance related is going to go, we better clean house now, so that when this event happens, our pocketbook doesn't look too bad, because we don't want, even if we're still making billions, we want to make many, many more billions. So you peasants that were working for us, yeah, I know you thought you were part of the family, the club, our banking family. You're just a worker. Get out of here. Yeah, it was nice knowing you. I know you worked for me for 10 years, but get the hell out of here. Here's a little severance paid. Get lost. It kind of reminds me of working for the government. Oh, you got to get a government job. If you can get a government job, you got it made. And then the government starts letting a bunch of people go. We're cutting down too. And then all those people, hey, I thought you said it was a good idea. Didn't you used to work for the No. Now you're working at Kmart? Or now you're working at, McDonald's fast food? Don't you have a college? Yeah. 4-year, right? Yeah. God, you must have been in debt for thousands and thousands and yeah. Still paying on it. So you got a little taste of a decent job for a little while. Now you're, what I guess I'll say, quote unquote, with the rest of us? Or the average person, whatever. How'd that college degree work out for you? And how is that college degree working out for everybody else currently? That is new grads. Because the last time I checked, we were definitely past the $1 trillion student loan debt mark. And we were also past the highest amount of new grads in debt that can't and are not paying back the loan. Record setting. Where was the hope and change? Where was all this fixing that Obama was going to do? So, I got it. We'll vote differently next time. That'll do it. That'll fix it. We'll vote differently next time. Listen, got news for you. Voting is only an exercise for you to feel good about yourself, like you're doing something that's going to possibly make some change. Your vote doesn't even count. It never even tallied. It is electronically changed inside the machine before it fires off the final tally. I don't know if you knew that or not. So you can go and stand in line if you want and wave a flag or say I'm going to switch from the damn Democrats to the Republicans this time and things will get better. I got news for you again. Things will not be getting... Magic 8 Ball? Magic 8 Ball? Actually, this is my Magic 8 Ball. Works as good as a little, blowing my nose. That's why it's here. Sometimes you run out of tissues. Magic 8 Ball says signs do not look good. Things will not be getting better no matter who in the hell the next president is. And it will not be someone you actually voted for. In other words, you might have voted for them and they won, but it wouldn't have been the amount of votes that voted for this person. Presidents are selected, not elected. Just go back many years ago to the Kerry-Bush election. It was so close. Florida was he's going to ask for a recount, and no, 2 weeks later, never mind. I give up. He won. He won fair and square. No, you got to fight. You could have had it, man. Democrat. No, he won. How'd that make you feel? How did that make you feel? The guy you thought he was your guy, Democrat. I'm a Democrat, so he's my guy. And we almost got him by this much. Matter of fact, we think if we recount Florida especially, he could win. And you're the guy. Who wouldn't do that? Nah, I'm going to let Bush have it. Oh, then it comes... You guys are both members of the secret society Skull and Bones, the same one Daddy Bush was part of. You don't think they were working together on purpose? No. Secret society, right? Remember when the kid asked Kerry and the college student about this, and he didn't want to talk about it, and the police, whatever, security came in and yanked the kid out of the... Don't tase me, bro. Remember that one? And it was so funny, we all laughed. Oh yeah, don't tase me, bro. The new saying, how funny. Yet it was pretty serious. Not even the fact about the whole tasing. The question he asked Kerry about the secret society. You and Bush, you guys are supposed to be opponents, and you're both a member of the same secret society. That doesn't... Exactly. So by all means, exercise your right to vote. I'm sure it's going to matter. I'm sure the right person will be elected and fix the country. And I'm also sure that I'm going to wish you luck with that. Take care.